what are the 5 elements, why are they important for health, and how we can balance them with Qigong. My name is Natalia, I'm a senior White Tiger Qigong instructor, and in this video I'm going to answer all these questions. We all have different issues that we want to focus on improving, whether it's improving your respiratory or blood circulation or bettering your organ function. And there are different approaches that we can find out there, and today I want to touch base on the 5 elements: health and philosophy. So according to Chinese medicine, there are 5 elements that we can find in nature. Yeah, these are the fire, the metal, the wood, the earth, and the water. And we can see these elements all around us, all around the planet, easily find them. But what a lot of people don't know is the same elements we can see in nature, the same elements we have inside us. You see, our body is like a microcosm of the bigger macrocosm of the planet, of the whole universe. So how the planet, the universe is made up of these 5 elements, the same way our bodies are made up of these elements. And these elements are constantly influencing each other, generating each other, controlling each other, balancing each other. So creating this continuous cycle that goes on in our body. And when they become out of balance, when there is some deficiency or excess of certain elements in our body, this is when we begin to have all of these different health issues, both on the physical level as well as on the mental level. So how these elements are represented in our body? And the answer is through our organs. So our lungs are believed to be associated with the element of the metal and the negative emotions of grief and stress. Then our heart represents the element of the fire and associated with the negative emotions of excess desire. Then we have our liver, which is a wood element. The negative emotions it can store is anger and frustration. Our spleen is the earth element, and it can store the negative emotions of worry and anxiety. And finally, our kidneys represent the water element, are associated with the negative emotions of fear. When we are not working with our elements, when we're not keeping them in balance, this is when then can influence our emotional state as well as this health state of our organs, because they can become too much toxins going on in this form of negative emotions that we are simply not releasing. And in Qigong we pay a lot of attention to this internal release, to this internal fitness. So the same way how we take care of our body on the outside, hopefully taking showers every day, brushing our teeth, and just taking care of our body, maybe doing some different exercises, some movements, so we look good on the outside. But one thing that is constantly overlooked is this internal fitness, fitness of your organs, fitness of your energy channels, this release of negative emotions, and balancing the 5 elements of our body. And in White Tiger Qigong we have beautiful system of forms called 5-element Qigong, which is over 1,000 years old practice, where we have 5 powerful animals that specifically target each of the organs that I've just mentioned, working with releasing the negative emotions associated with the organ, bringing the antidote emotion, and just balancing everything out, balancing our 5 elements. So the first form of the 5 elements is the dragon, and dragon focuses on your kidneys. So in the dragon we have this deep twist that stimulates the energy flow into your kidneys, squeezing them at different angles to release this negative emotion of fear. And instead we bringing this courage and willpower to our kidneys and embracing this element of water. Then the second form is the tiger. And tiger is this complete opposite of the dragon, because the tiger represents the element of the metal. So we're working with the metal element here, and we're working with our lungs. So you can see there is this deep compression and expansion of our lungs. So we work deeply with the chest to stimulate that energy into the lungs to release the negative emotions of grief and stress, and instead bring in the antidote emotions of joy and happiness. Then we go into the third movement, and this is the leopard. The leopard represents the wood element, and here we work with our liver to release anger, to release frustration from the liver, and instead bring in the antidote emotions of forgiveness. So you can see in the liver we go into this deep bends and twists to compress our liver on one side and then expand it on the other side to stimulate that energy circulation. Then the fourth movement that we do in the 5-element Qigong is called the snake, which represents the earth element. And in the snake we deeply work with our spleen to release any negative emotions of worry and anxiety, and instead bringing that support and nurturing of the earth element. So we do it very close to the earth, to embrace that element through the snake. And finally we finish with the crane, and crane works on your heart. There is a deep opening again of your chest, of your heart, stimulation of the meridian channels that work with your heart, such as pericardial meridian that protects your heart, and to release the negative emotions of excess desire. And instead of that, we're going to bring the antidote emotions of peace and contentment. So you can see that these movements are not only powerful on the energetic way, not only powerful in terms of this deep work with our organs, release of the negative emotions, but they're also very powerful physical forms. So these 5 elements work on your whole body: balance, stability, mobility, flexibility, strength, combining the external fitness that we want to have, but also this internal fitness. Working deeply with our organs and stimulating that flow of energy, balancing our 5 elements. And you can either do them all just for the whole balance, or you can actually learn to prescribe yourself or prescribe others certain elements to balance whatever is necessary in the body, whatever is needed. And this is what you can learn during our teacher trainings. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you during my future videos.